from west to east.
Yeah, and I think I would start with England
England? Okay, wasn't
because
Portugal.
it's the westernmost real country, I would say. And then I would go south,
Yeah. Okay, so we can
Uh,
start with England. So basically, I think diplomatically they are allied with Desmond, Munster, and Portugal, which leaves them well in a relatively good position. They made a deal with France to get some, so that France gets some of their cores back in Labour, Bordeaux, and Maine, but they kept Normandy and Calais, which is, I think, quite a good deal for England.
yeah. Do they have a deal about Brittany?
So from what I heard, they are not taking it. They are just doing it for the money. They will
Yes, that makes sense.
get trade and money from Brittany, but I don't think they will take the land.
Yeah, makes sense.
Economic,
Yeah, I think
yeah.
I would put the English diplomatically as B, like they got a good deal and stuff like that.
Well, their allies are quite weak. Like,
Yeah, that's the thing. It's Portugal, which means Portugal isn't really an like ally that's worth a lot because it's a Portugal does colonization,
yeah,
which means he's basically worthless in the terms of like an alliance.
yeah, yeah.
So his
Me,
alliances are worthless, but like if he got a deal with France and everything, I would call him a B tier because there's no one who can really threaten him right now.
yeah, as long as he can like hold the straight, he's quite safe. He only has
I mean, he doesn't even have to hold the straight because if he has the deal with France and that France doesn't backstab him, then there's no one who's gonna attack him.
yeah, apart from France, yeah, yeah. But
So
France could at some point want to get his cores back.
I think he has a good fleet with a good leader,
Yeah, yeah.
so I think he should be fine mostly.
The two Irish went exploration as well, so they won't be there for a very long time. I think both Thunder in Desmond and Purple in Munster are willing to exile, so he will get all of the
Yeah,
uh, British Isles for himself, which leaves him in good spot. Economically speaking, he's making 34 ducats, which is quite high in Europe, one of the richest in Europe at the moment.
yeah,
But militarily speaking, he only has 17k and no manpower. So if he was to fight a war right now, he would have some troubles. In terms of tech, he has the Tech 5 militarily, 4 for the two others, which is quite nice. Um,
yeah.
he didn't take that many missions so far.
I mean, yeah, but the missions, like all of his early game missions, are basically
Yeah,
for fighting France or
yeah, yeah.
fighting in South Africa. He actually doesn't really care about those missions because he's just not gonna be doing them.
Yeah,
Those missions are there if you wanna in France, which he didn't.
yeah.
So
If you want to play
he's not
solo
gonna be
player, yeah.
doing those missions.
Um,
Uh,
yeah.
and we don't know his idea group, so we don't know if he's gonna use the Discover America's mission and stuff like that.
I'm pretty sure he won't go colonization. I would think he's going to play normal ideas, like land fighting things and maybe trade in force because
That
with the
makes
English channel. But I think
So
that's
I mean they could make like there's a very profitable deal if like France and England agree to cooperate, and that deal is basically France gets all of the English Channel, like
England. You mean England?
yeah, England gets all of the English Channel, like Dutch and stuff like that,
He has 70% of the English channel so far. Like he is making a shit ton of money with trade already.
Yeah, like yes, but there's a chance that like
Yeah,
France would trade to him and everything. Like if they can't set that up,
yeah.
then,
There's
then
a shit
they're
ton
gonna
of
be like the
things.
strongest in Europe, I would say.
Yeah. In terms of institutions, so Renaissance spawned. He has it in Calais already. It is spawning in London in 58, so next year's. So he should have no problem with that whatsoever. In terms of estates, he only has the burghers and the clergy, so no mana military. And actually, he took none of the mana generation, so not the admin, not the diplo, which is, well, quite strange. But he was very lucky in terms of rulers. He has King Thomas Lancaster, who's a 443, and the
I mean,
heir.
that's not really that lucky.
The heir is lucky, I think.
Uh, yeah, I think that one is lucky, but his ruler is just basically
Yeah,
a
his
random
ruler
army
is
from
from the
British
event. Yeah.
War of the Roses. That should be fine.
But the air is nice. Maybe we can try to move on a little bit faster for the other nations because they are still
Okay,
100.
yeah, let's go faster. For the rating, economy is good. The military is also fine. He lost some force limit from the beginning, I believe, because Britain starts with a bigger force limit, I think.
Yeah, yeah,
Give me a second.
yeah. So yeah, basically England is in a good position at the moment. Little bit weak militarily, but that will change later on. And he has a nice situation.
Yeah, it's nice diplomatic situations. I would
We-
call his diplo A to B. I'm not sure about where I would put him. But like nation management isn't bad, but I think the estate mismanagement is a
yeah,
relatively big
he
mistake.
needs to fix that.
So I would call his like nation management just because of that like a C.
I hope to Desmond. So Desmond is, well, quite poor at the moment, but that's normal. It's an Irish nation. I think they had a deal with Munster. Desmond will get Ireland until he exiles. Munster will just get only one province. He gave the privileges to get the mana. Could have used a little bit more privileges, but overall it's quite good. He quite well. He's very close from finishing unifying Ireland. His force limit is 10, which is not the best, but then again that's dealable. He went exploration, so I think that it is going to be a fairly hugboxy British Isles. There will not be much to see before colonization. Munster should be approximately in the same. Oh, it's not the good Munster. Should be approximately in the same position. Maybe a little bit less money, obviously, since he only has one province. Not much more to say here. Purple is a very good player, so I think he knows what he's doing. We can go over to Portugal.
Are we gonna be like rating them, like giving them scores, or no?
Well, there is not like much to say at the moment.
I
Diplomatically,
mean, yeah, but I would still, when I look at those two nations, I think they're like managed perfectly. So I would just give them at least how they were managed like an S tier.
yeah.
Because like
Yeah.
there's not much to do, but still done very well.
Diplomatically speaking, they are well. They managed to get England in their pocket, so they will be able to do whatever they want.
Ooh.
Okay, so Portugal is actually the Curia controller at the moment. I was surprised by his force diplomat. He lost Ceuta to Morocco. I don't know actually if it was from a deal or from a war.
It was probably a deal, because if it was from a war, he would probably have a truce.
It
I'm
was
not sure.
liberated.
He could have run out by now.
I'm not sure actually, because it was transferred in 1450 and it was liberated from enemy occupation. So it might have been a war with 6-year truce, so it's possible.
No, I think it was transferred
Okay, okay, okay.
because at 1450 it stopped being a core of Portugal,
Yeah,
and when you sell a province, it stops being a core.
yeah.
So
If it's returned, if it's returned,
yeah,
because
you can check a province history.
yeah, yeah, that's what I was looking. But
Yeah.
like it was liberated from enemy occupation, so I think it was occupied. Um, so economically speaking, Portugal is doing quite well. They have a nice trade in Sevilla. They they have quite good rulers and a very good hair. That's very lucky of him. Um, he doesn't have any rivals. He's allied with both England and Castile, so he's, I think, quite safe diplomatically. In terms of ideas, technology is in 554. He took exploration as a first one, so he will play, I think, a safe game. And in terms of institutions, he could already take it if he had 200 gold more, but that's good for him. He went with statutory rights, so he has autonomy everywhere at the moment, but otherwise he is at 30 crown land with all the mana, so he's in a good position. I would say that it is A or B tier because well, that's a colonizer's safe and like quiet game.
Yeah, exactly.
Once again, we will have to wait a little bit to see how it goes. Castile. So Castile made a very bad move early on as he misclicked to remove his ruler instead of disinheriting Enrique de Trastamara. So now he has Enrique, who has been ruling since like the beginning of the game.
Oh my.
Yeah, what a mistake. Because that's no mana generation. He lost a war to Aragon, but only 17 devs were exchanged, and he still has the gold mine, which is not deved at all. Again, quite a mistake.
In
The-
estates, zero privileges.
yeah, no privileges in the estates. He is fairly late in tech, 334. The Renaissance has spawned in Madrid, but is not spread yet. The force limit is decent, like it's still one of the strongest nations in Europe, 37 force limit. Um, The economy is, I think, able to pay for it, and the navy is decent, even though it could not match England. It still is relevant. So overall, I would give it a B rating because it's still a power to consider, but the start was not optimal at all.
He's behind on Miltech, so
Yeah, he is. Yeah, he is.
like he's a power to consider. But like, if he's supposed to be competitive again, he's gonna have to do a lot of work,
Yeah, yeah,
a lot of RNG. So I would actually put him like at a C or D tier.
yeah. The fact that he's
No
so
estates, no mana,
yeah,
sitting at 000.
yeah.
Even though it's a free thinker, what's the point of having a free thinker if you know? If you never get to add that X5,
That's fair.
I
But
can't take
yeah,
the ideas.
the mana generation, like it's not acceptable to have a 336
Yeah.
when you play a major, like when you play a great power. It's just not possible.
Conquered Granada and it even pressed to prepare Reconquista, which I'm not sure how doable is in early game because of the 60% manpower requirement.
Yeah. So yeah, definitely not the best of starts. We can hop to Morocco. So Morocco only has one rival, Castile. Basically, they are going to want to fight for Andalusia and form Al-Andalus. Their force limit is 30, so it's lower than Castile, but they are making approximately the same money, 22 to 19. Basically, their eyes are on the Iberian Peninsula, I would say. They managed to grab Ceuta from Portugal, as we said, and Jabal Tariq and Malaga from Grenada. They integrated their vassals, they deved the gold mine to 12. In terms of fleet, they are a little bit behind Castile, only 3 heavies, while Castile has 4, but it's still manageable. They gave the estates, the privileges to the estates, even though not the diplo generation yet. In terms of technologies, they're good.
He got the 2 most important mana generation ones, so it's fine.
Yeah, it's fine.
The only mistake he made is extending the privileges in agenda. Because he can't actually, like...
Which one?
He can't actually fulfill that agenda. It's not possible. He can grant only 2 privileges to Dimi, and the game wants him to grant 3. So, yeah, that's a fuck up.
Well, that's possibly not really, well, I mean, not having the mission is not really that problematic. He went with the strat at not going to 0 crown land. I think he's waiting to use the seas land every 5 years to just stay above 20.
Yeah, I'm saying like estates are managed well, the economy is
the problem I have with this strat is that he didn't sell the titles not even a single time, and so he doesn't have money. Like he.
Okay, another one mistake that there is, that instead of collecting in Safi, he is transferring in Tunis, which I think he would actually get more money if he just collected in Safi.
Yeah, possibly, but yeah, I don't know.
It would be probably better transferring from Timbuktu if he can, but I'm not sure. Okay, no, never mind. He can't send a merchant there because of the range. Nothing. Yeah, I think currently he doesn't have any allies, but he's way stronger than Castile.
Yeah, he's very isolated diplomatically.
Yeah, but still, he can 1v1 Castile.
He can definitely 1v1 Castile, but I'm not sure that he's going to be a 1v1. Like, at least Portugal is going to...
I mean, the one thing he has to do is walk up to Tunis, ask him to join him. The issue with Morocco simply is that he's a Russian streamer, and I don't think he talks much. He didn't talk much on the server or with other people.
But
why he is a bit
it's a fairly known player. It's undecided, and he's a very well-known streamer in Russia.
Yeah, I know he's a very known streamer, but he just didn't talk to the people and didn't do Diplo, so that's why he doesn't have any alliance, and that's his only issue.
Yeah, that's
if he votes up, talks to Aragon, well then he can take a bite of Castile.
Well, that would look like the natural alliance to me, like Aragon, Morocco versus Portugal, Castile, Tunis, something like that. Because Aragon is doing fairly okay. They are quite poor. They are making only 13 ducats.
Okay, let me switch to Aragon. But just to finish Morocco.
Yeah.
I think he's really strong at the moment. He doesn't have any Diplo basically done. That's his only weakness, but he's like really strong. So I would actually rate him really high. Like I would give him like 8 tier. Morocco,
yeah, for a Morocco start, I mean, like in nation management, it's very well done. The real problem of the nation is the diplomacy. Like
yeah, and hopefully he can fix that.
Yeah, if he talks with Aragon and get at least a defensive alliance, it's good. Otherwise, it's going to be problematic. So Aragon took.
And just look at the estates. That's just fucking disgusting.
Yeah, so Aragon is not not using most of the privileges. At least he's at the five. He is at 5 Kronlands, and he has the mana generation. So it's not that bad.
I mean,
But he has the basic. He has the money. He has the mana. The rest is mostly cherry on the cake. But yeah, it could
yeah.
be better.
His biggest mistake, firstly, is he has only one advisor.
That is a problem.
That's a massive mistake.
But then again, is not very rich at the moment.
I
The
mean, yeah, he isn't rich, but even though you would probably run a deficit, especially like if you can take 127 ducats loans, then you're not giving a shit that you're gonna run a little deficit with like 2 advisors, you know.
yeah, yeah,
He didn't pick increased levies, which is also a massive mistake,
yeah,
I believe,
yeah, yeah.
because that would net him at least 50 manpower monthly, which if he has to fight like
Yeah,
Castile
it's
and people,
47%. So
that's really big. Yeah, I think he got really carried by the Navarra 6-6. I heard.
yeah, so the fact that his vassal has a 6/6 general is going to play something in the 1v1. Um, Basically, so he has a 25 force limit, 26k at the moment, so he's above force limit both in military and naval, but that's okay. And can he pay for his army? When he pays for his army, he's making a deficit of 1 ducat, so it's well, it is a relevant and powerful nation. He has the tech 5. He's fairly in advance in terms of military mana compared to Castile.
Mm.
He will have the tech 6 before the truce runs out, so he is going to be stronger than Castile, I think.
Yeah, I would give him like B tier. Like he's really strong and he's in a good position, but you know I just like he doesn't have the mana generating advisors. He is at 5 Crowns land, which kind of hurts, you know.
No,
So,
the 5 crown land is like fairly normal. That's what I use
Like-
as well.
I mean, like yeah, I use it, but I use the passive strategy, and like you know, it is a little bit less mana in the early game, but you don't get the ticking minus autonomy and stuff.
Yeah.
Because there's a lot of autonomy in his counter when you look.
What I would do if I were him is reduce
Like,
autonomy everywhere
yeah.
because the autonomy is fucking high.
Oh no, I wouldn't do that because then you get rebels.
Yeah, and I don't care about rebels because I mean I can pay and afford the land. Like it's 30 dudes each month, and it's 2 ducats, so you can pay for the advisors.
I mean, yeah, you're probably right. He should have reduced the rebels.
It's
And and the truce with Castile is long enough for him to kill the
It's-
rebels and
it's
then
a
have enough manpower to fight him.
20%,
Yeah, you're right.
20% income increase. It's really important. I feel.
Yeah. Probably really big for him right now.
Okay, so diplomatically speaking, he's very well allied with France, Genoa, and the Papal States. So he has allies around the Mediterranean, and his rivals are at the moment the Ottomans, Hungary, and Naples. So not people that he is going to fight. I think
It's a
that
bit of a mistake.
his biggest threats are Castile, obviously, and Tunis, I would say.
I like Castile is not really a threat. It's weak, so he should be fine
Yeah.
against that. I haven't checked Tunis yet. We're gonna see
We
soon.
can hop to Tunis then. Tunis
Yeah.
has a formable in the mod that is Carthage, and
Yeah,
requires.
no, it's a big meme. I can't wait for him to sold Rome, you know.
Yeah, and he needs Calais in Sardinia, and he needs Trapani in Sicily to form Carthage. So he will have to fight or to deal with Aragon at some point if he wants to form his nation.
He needs Trapani. Where is now?
In Sicily, it's it's
Oh, I see. Where is it now?
Yeah.
Yeah. And it needs Calera.
Yeah.
It should be somewhere.
the south of Sardinia.
Oh,
You are are
That
going
makes sense.
you are going to be extremely mad at his estates. There
Yeah.
there is nothing.
He didn't seize anything from the start. I think he probably seized like once and that's it,
Yeah. Um,
which is a mistake. And he only has the aristoc like he's running a level 2 advisor in admin, but he didn't pick the admin counselor buff. He didn't put any state privileges.
yeah,
Like,
yeah,
come on, Pyron, you can do better than this.
yeah.
He's not paying off his corruption.
At least he has Tugurut as a vassal. He ate Emzab and Fezan, so he grew a little bit. He is allied with Mamluks, who would be the biggest threat. He is not allied, however, with Morocco, but they still have quite a lot of buffer state in Tlemcen. I will reload the save real quick because Gasputin pointed that when I unpaused it lagged a little bit, so you can talk in the meantime.
Okay. I mean, I would call Tunis an A nation. It's fine. There's a decent amount of mistakes in managing it. One thing that's tilting me, he has army maintenance and half, which is kinda awkward when you think about it. Because I think it would be just better off turning army maintenance absolutely 0 down. There's no reason to have it on half most of the time, I believe.
Well, I mean, it does not have like direct threats, but then again, paying for your troops is never like completely a bad idea.
No, it's not, but the thing is, he doesn't really get anything from it at the moment. He has no rebels rising up, he has nothing. They're just sitting there.
Yeah.
He could be like making 0.8 ducats extra if he wanted. Instead of like, he could he could just put the army maintenance to 0 and pay the corruption instead. He's slow with like taking, it's like 0.11, but it's still like bad.
Yep.
He could try talking to the Racids or someone to get a scholar, because I think he should do that. I'm not sure, because I think he's
Yeah.
only talking to the fucking Mamluks, and they have a Shafi scholar which gives +1 merchant, which is kind of useless for him at the moment, I believe.
Yeah. Well, he can put one in Safi, one in Tunis, but he doesn't see.
No, there's no point on.
Oh no,
putting
you're right.
one in Safi.
Safi is not even in under him. So
It,
yeah,
it doesn't flow to him, so no.
doesn't
Like he
march
doesn't
and
need
so-
more.
Well, he can
He-
still put.
He should go talk to the Racids or someone who has a military buff advisor.
He can still put the merchants in other trade nodes to get the bonuses, and maybe even like try to convert or some stuff like that. At least
You need a 30. Okay, no, for converting
yeah,
you need
half,
30%.
you need half, yeah. But for at least established communities to get improved relations with people there, it's good to remove coalitions.
Yeah, like that's fine, but like what he should do is just talk to the Rashids or talk to whoever else
Yeah.
has like a good school.
We should try to go a little bit faster because we won't finish. Like,
Oh yeah, we're really slow. I would rate like Tunis at A. That's
Yeah.
fine. Let's go to France.
Yeah, France. So at the moment, France is making 23 ducats. They are good in tech, like military tech is good. They are a little bit late in diplo and admin, but that's completely manageable. The estates, I'm not liking what I see. So the military mana is there, but not the other two.
Yeah,
And
that's a mistake.
well, it took the prestige one and the equilibrium. I would take like
Oh,
at
yeah.
least one of the the monopolies as well, and the seizing of land, because money is so fucking important.
Yeah, I think like no, like he seized the land all the time he could. The thing is, he sold some land because of the wars he was in. that's the reason why he doesn't have
Yeah, yeah, but I
another
mean,
privilege, because he needed money in the early game, which makes sense, and I'm fine with that.
the
He fought. He's in a really good position. The only mistake I see, he doesn't have a mill advisor, but that could be because he died. I guess.
yeah, and that's not really a problem since he already have 600 in bank and he's ahead in tech, so he can like
Yeah.
that's not really an
Still,
issue.
he should have. You should always have all the
Yeah,
advisors
yeah,
in.
at least level 1, yeah. He started
In that game.
integrating Armagnac and Orléans, which are good choices, I think. He has a force limit of 44, which is one of the biggest in Europe and in the world as well. He can pay for his troops, he's doing it at the moment. His generals, Jean de Dunois and Jean Bureau, are still alive, which is very good for him. He did not expand the navy, he even destroyed the heavies, which is a good thing if you don't want to contest the naval game, especially if you have a deal to not get most of your costs. So that's a good thing.
I agree.
In terms of
He should probably mothball his navy.
yeah, it is mothballed fully.
It is on my screen.
It is, and he's paying like 24 cents a month for his navy. So
Like it's only low fleet maintenance, but it could be mothballed to pay even less, right?
oh yeah, you're right. Not sure if it changes much. I think when you mothball a fleet, it sets this fleet at 0 maintenance.
No, he's paying a maintenance. I think it's like an army or whatever.
Well, that's not really like 24 cents.
Okay, let's move on. There's no point discussing that.
So basically he's in a good spot. Diplomatically he's only allied to Aragon, which is a little bit isolated, but he has, I think, good relations with England since they had a deal. There is no real threat to him that I can see. Burgundy, which was the biggest enemy, is a bit decapitated. So apart from him, he's pretty well. He has a very good air, which is good for him. So yeah, I think I think that's an A or even an S, since no one can.
He's between A and S tier.
No one can really kill him. Like I would seize Normandy before England can do something about it, but that's
I mean, he got a deal, so I think like
yeah.
I think it's fine. Like he's doing pretty well. He's not gonna fight England. He has almost max manpower. He's doing basically everything right.
Yeah, that's
so
that's
like
what
I would give him S tier actually even.
Yeah. He took Savoy, which is a very nice fort. Like it's extremely important to have it. He took another fort in Auxerrois in Burgundy, so that's good.
And he's expanding quite quickly. He's expanding like, so he's doing really well. Let's hop on to Burgundy, the French rival.
Yeah, I think so. That Burgundy is quite dead, or maybe not. No, not dead. He's late.
I mean,
but
he's suffering. He has 0 crown lands. At least he has all the free privileges. He has a lot of autonomy everywhere.
He has the increased levies, which is the most important after the
yeah, he has increased levy, so that's also decent. He can seize land, so he's not at 0 and a little bit better.
His economy is dog shit, so like 8 ducats. When you have Holland that is called, that's really not much.
The thing is, Holland is at 100% autonomy. Like,
yeah, it's not a full state yet.
Burgundy is a house of cards that can just fall at any second. He's integrating Nevers for some reason. Is Nevers? Yes.
Why?
I don't know if integrating vassals gives you crown land, because that's what he needs.
Yeah, it does.
Okay, so
basically if the vassal has more crown land than you, then it's balanced between at the prorata of the dev.
Oh, so he's actually waiting for his vassal to get integrated so he can seize land. Okay, that's actually quite smart. I didn't know it worked like that. He got all the mana privileges though. He doesn't run all the advices because his economy is dog shit. But here I actually understand it because he's at 7 loans
Yeah,
and he doesn't want
he needs
to
to
run
repay
into
it.
more.
He
So
needs
yeah,
to.
here I agree with the choice of no advisors.
Mhm.
On Castile or Tunis there should have been advisors. On Burgundy there, he's right to do what he's doing.
Well, he has a lot of forts and an economy that is really bad. So he needs to change that.
He should probably destroy the fort in Den Haag.
At least once he finishes coring Holland and he states like the full state.
He should actually destroy all his forts now I think about it.
Uh,
Like, the point of the fort in Namur when his vassal in Retoa
yeah, yeah,
for hello
yeah, yeah.
has a fort in that. It's like you shouldn't have connected forts to each other.
He should put one in his capital or move his capital. If I were him, I think I would transfer my capital
No, I don't
to
think he
Den
can
Haag.
afford the mana. So no. I think he's right to keep it there.
No, it's too exposed to the French. Like he has, it's a farmland on the boundary with France, on the border with France. Sorry, so it's way too exposed. If he transfers it to Den Haag, then it is protected at least from the south by his vassals, and it transfers his commerce, his trade to the English Channel, which he will have to do at anyway.
One mistake he's definitely making, he didn't click the transfer trade power from his vassals, which he should have.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
There's no reason why not to press that button if you can keep them under 50.
yeah.
Or another thing that people don't probably know is if your vassals are disloyal, you can still press the transfer trade power.
Yeah.
And you don't care about it because it still transfers the trade power and it doesn't change anything.
Well, they don't pay the trade, but it's not that much.
But they give you the
tax.
trade.
Yeah, no, sorry, the tax. But since
Well,
they
well,
are
you know, because if they're above 50, they don't give you anything. But if you transfer the trade, you get something.
Yeah.
Even though they're disloyal. So let's look into another nation.
He has just a force limit of 16, which is not much, but with his
I mean, it's
vassals.
because of the autonomy.
Yeah, but with his
It's
vassals.
currently, it's recoverable. Like, I would put him at D tier.
Yeah,
It's recoverable if he plays his cards right.
he will need a lot of diplomacy not to get killed by France.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If he does, if he, like, what's his truce with France? Yes.
65.
65. He has
8
9
years.
years.
That's
8 years, I mean.
that's doable. That's doable, but
That's-
that's hard.
He could probably manage to fix his country in that time for him to be able to fight French.
Yeah, but France has like 3 times.
Yeah,
his force
he will
limit.
probably still get rolled.
So Friesland, they are not running any advisors at the moment, but they are extremely poor. 4.4 ducats a month. They have
Could
a force limit
Slide
of
his army
10.
maintenance down and afford an advisor at least one.
Yeah, I think
Ugh.
he needs to keep the forts paid, since well, Burgundy could come.
Yeah, yeah. I think the fort bait is not an issue. But
Absolutely
it's
no.
kind of useless because it's on flat land and it's not connected to his mainland.
Yeah, maybe
So-
try to build a fort in his capital instead would be
So
better.
either build. So if I was him, I would actually delete the fort, the
Yeah.
castle. There's no point in having that
Yeah,
because he can't reinforce that.
and take some loans or get a deal with someone to pay for the fort.
No, I don't think he should take loans. I think he should seize land, slap in the two
He has no
To
privileges, which is
land thingies. Like
annoying.
he could take the two mana
Yeah.
mana privileges, seize land. He could death like 3 deaths somewhere like in his capital to get the to not run any
In America.
disadvantages from the estates.
Well, it is a republic, so he has a lot of mana. Obviously, in tech is doing quite okay, and well, that's pretty much it. We don't know yet if he will go colonization or if he will stay in the Netherlands. I think I heard that he wants to form the Dutch nation, so he will need some land at least from Burgundy. But he's quite okay. He took three.
Try to look big and Brunswick, which are regional powers. I would call him like a tier nation.
Yeah,
This position.
that's a good start from him.
Like, by the way, the ratings are made in such a way that it's not like comparable rating. Like if two countries are rated A, it doesn't mean they are equal in power. It means they are like equally played.
With
You know what
respect
I
to
mean?
their start, yeah.
Just clarifying that up.
Yeah.
Let's hop on to Brunswick then,
Brunswick,
shall
yeah.
we?
Okay, so Brunswick is becoming one of the major powers in northern HRE. It took quite a fair bit of land. He grew to nearly 80 dev by securing that's three nations he killed. So well done to him. He should have quite a lot of aggressive expansion, I would say. Yes, so he will have to wait a little bit before his next conquest if he wants to avoid a coalition, but he doesn't have one at the moment.
Yeah. Well, he's playing well. There's no mistake. He's expanding quite well. His economy is okay. Like his economy is actually good for 76 dev, I would say.
He
He's
took
behind on mana, but he is a dogshit ruler.
He took two of the privileges for mana. He's at 20 crown land, so he will wait a little bit before taking the third, but that's well
Yeah.
done.
He has all the estates loyal, which is really nice, especially with the extra yearly papal influence, I believe.
Yeah.
Did he improve the relations with Pope? He did. So,
He
yeah, he's playing his
will
cards
want
right.
to form Hanover. He already has the provinces he needs. He just needs 3 more cores in in North Germany that are lower Saxon. So very
And he's
easy to
after
do.
death. Yeah, he should be able to do it quite easily.
Yeah,
Should be fine.
no problem with that. So very good start from him.
One only mistake he didn't stab up
Oh yeah. It's
because you need a stab up to get prosperity in
get
your country
prosperity
because
everywhere.
prosperity is really good. And after you take the advisory boards, it costs more. Like
Yeah.
it costs him plus 30 mana,
Yeah.
which you kind of have, especially in the early game.
with
Let's hop into Lübeck.
Yep.
We don't even have to look at Denmark because it's that.
Yeah, it will be hard for Denmark to come back. Lübeck is making 8 ducats, which is okay. He will make much more once he secures some of the trade nodes in some of the trade centers.
With Denmark dying, he can probably get a lot more trade in there
Yeah,
right now.
definitely. Denmark could do nothing if Lübeck was to come knocking.
He's running only one advisor though, which is a big mistake. Especially
Yeah,
with the amount
yeah,
of money he's making. He's sitting on 400 ducats.
Then again, he's fairly well in technologies. He's 355. He's a republic, so he will get the mana eventually. Problem is, he doesn't have estates because of his government, which is problematic.
Yeah, one thing, people, just flip from the government, please. Just flip to oligarchy to get the estates.
Yeah, that's what Venice
It only
did.
costs like 25 reform progress. I already talked about it with Hong Kong.
Yeah.
Because if you flip, you get a lot of actual estate. I think you don't start with 20, but I'm not sure.
And yeah, definitely, plutocracy is not the way to go. It's
Yeah.
not the way to go at all.
Like
But
he's,
otherwise, it's fairly good. Diplomatically, he is allied to Brunswick, to S, and to Friesland, so 3 players of the region. I would say that his major threat at the moment is Brandenburg. Apart from that, I think he is fairly safe. So good nation overall. I would give an A without any problem.
I mean, I will give a B for those advisors and for not getting those estates.
Well, he has a lot of money banked, which is nice early, like early game.
Yeah, it's nice,
So
but he should like be doing stuff. He should be like humiliating rivals and doing
yeah,
stuff like that.
he
Anyway.
took a lot of land. Like he took 4 provinces that are nice. He killed 2 AIs
Yeah,
in
okay,
30
yeah, he is doing well.
in 13
He
years.
could be
It's good.
doing better. He has the resources to be doing better.
Yeah, yeah.
He's running up your manpower stack, which is actually a mistake because you should always take the free mercenary company if you're a small nation.
Yeah.
It's actually cheaper than the
Then the
normal
regulars.
infantry buy,
Yeah,
I think.
yeah.
And it's another infantry pool. Like
We
if
can.
he would like rent that infantry from mercs, he would actually that I think those mercs actually have more manpower than his manpower pool.
Possibly.
So yeah.
Denmark, real
Oh.
quick. So as you said, it's fairly dead. It's making no money because it's occupied at the moment. The army is 9k, but in the
He's about
process
to get
of
bankruptcy, he
getting-
took all the loans.
He still has a lot of money, but there is no way he recovers from that without a lot of diplomacy.
He has no crown land.
He is fighting
He
Sweden and
He's
Muscovy, so not
He's
good.
brutally getting raped by Sweden. He's about to get stuck wiped.
Basically, the story of what happened is he had a deal with Sweden to give them the state of Skaneland to get small enough to get into the empire, which he did. So I let him in the empire, so Norway is in the empire as well. Problem is, he truce broke Sweden after getting in, and the start of the war was going well. He managed to take the fort in Skane. He won the first battles, but then Muscovy arrived and crushed him, and now he's
Sucks.
dead. We can then go to Brandenburg, possibly.
Yeah. So F nation, press F to pay respect.
Yeah,
For
Denmark is F. Yeah, yeah. Brandenburg. They took some land from Stettin. They took, I
mean,
think, they got the event with the Teutonic Order, so they got the
Yeah.
land back.
God, actually a player.
It is played.
Why would anybody take that event as Teutonic Order? Why would you do that?
I don't know. That's for them
They
to say.
could have probably went to Brandenburg and negotiated for more money. Straight up.
He's a little bit late in technologies. He's making 7 ducats. He
He
has
can take up soon, so that should be fine. His only mistake, really, he didn't take any privileges in terms of
big
manager.
Yeah.
That's his big mistake. That's a big no-no. And he didn't even take the fucking increased levies. That's also a big no-no.
Yeah. He has 3 loans.
Oh
He-
no!
What?
Oh no! Brandenburg, what are you doing? What are you doing? Curtain noble privileges! Oh come on! That's a big no-no! Everybody's gonna make a fun of you because nobody takes Kurtle noble privileges. Even the children and their mama know to not take it.
Which one?
Not
Which one?
Kurtle noble. No, sorry. Curtail noble privileges.
Where is that? Oh.
That's
oh,
plus the
yeah,
national
yeah.
strength modifier minus the nobility influence. You always then take the strengthened noble privileges. The plus 15 national manpower is so good.
So diplomatically is allied to Livonian Order, Poland and Munster. So Poland is played, Livonian Order as well. He has 2 forts, force limit of 13, which is quite okay for an HRE member early on. He needs to state 2 things, but I think he just finished coring them. And overall, he's doing okay.
I think you take more from Wolfgas. Pretty sure you
No,
could have
it
taken
was
more.
another. It's Stettin. He took.
Oh, it's oh sorry, my bad. I forgot that they split it up in
Yeah,
one third.
It's the 2 Pomeranias.
Yeah.
The alliance with Poland is nice, even though Poland is a bit weak at the moment.
Yeah, but it's Poland. It's still scary.
Yeah. Okay, we can go to Bohemia.
I'm gonna read Brandenburg at sea.
Nice.
Like it's a good nation, but there are just so many fuck ups.
Well, he's a little bit low in manpower at the moment, which is
Yeah, like manpower is very easy to be low on manpower. Let's look at Bohemia.
if he was to be attacked, yeah, that would be problematic for him. Bohemia.
Okay, that one is fine.
Bohemia is making 20 ducats, which is a lot for an HI member. Is quite bigger than the other princes. The estates are well managed. I could give a little bit more into the clergy, but why not? He went with the strat not going under 20 crown land, which is fine.
That's
I
mean,
yeah.
the only mistake he really did is just def cap to 12 base production in gold.
He's not the only one who did that. Like,
I think like the golden production should be either at 8
10.
or 9,
I
and you
keep it
shouldn't
at
go
10
higher than that.
always. I think that I don't remember who made the calculation, but the optimal one to get most money without depleting it is 10. But
Really?
I mean, that's I think
I'm just a little bit lower. But still, probably is a little bit greedy, but it's fun, I suppose. He used the encourage development in it, which is smart, but he should take it down.
yeah. Overall, so he's integrating Opal. He did not set the Polish land as important, so his vassals didn't make claim, which is, I think, a little mistake. He had a problem. He asked us a save edit because he took the event to flip her site, but it did not work. So I think he will get the save edit to flip his religion.
It makes sense.
Diplomatically, he is allied to Brunswick, Austria, so myself, Württemberg, and Venice, which is.
I think he's doing well.
Yeah.
There's nothing really that like extremely bad. The only thing I have an issue with personally, he doesn't have a Diplo advisor,
but maybe
which he
just
should,
died.
especially with making that kind of money.
Maybe just died.
He just died. Fine.
He is a little bit late in Diplo tech, but that's not really a trouble. And since he deved his gold mine, it's normal.
I'm actually here going to disagree you. Being late on Diplo tech is actually a good thing most of the time.
Why is that?
Because you can just tag the discounts on Diplo tech.
Yeah, but
and in the early game, that your stuff.
I don't agree. The money you make by being ahead is a lot. Like, it's especially early game. It's really easy to beat your neighbors trade-wise by having some bonuses. And early game, 1 or 2 ducats a month is a lot, so it can really change something.
I mean, it depends. Like, what's his trade income? 2.5 ducats. I think he would. It would be actually better for him to just simply develop those provinces. He will probably get more income from it than being ahead in Diplotech.
Possibly.
I think, like, that's my school of doing stuff. Like, I just ignore early game Diplotech. That's just my playstyle. You can disagree with it, you can agree with it, it's up to you. Whatever. I think I will rate him as an A nation and continue on.
Early game production is very, like, it's low, so if it's not gold, like, you don't really need to diplo dev early on.
Nothing.
He took 2 provinces from Saxony. Apart from that, not much. But
I think he's doing fine.
Yeah, donation is
well. Württemberg, right?
Yeah, Württemberg in S inside the HRE.
I hope we didn't forget some nation here.
So Württemberg had very problematic stuff.
His 2 mana privileges.
Yeah. I talked to him.
Can't afford them. He has no stab. Yeah, like He got
So
fucked by the Swiss,
yeah, he nearly
but
died. He
nothing
nearly
to get
died.
that. So
He nearly died, like in being invaded by the Swiss. At least he didn't lose land. I gave him the land that the Swiss took back,
yeah.
but it's fairly autonomous at the moment. So he is extremely poor, obviously. His force limit is 8, but the nation is not dead. He doesn't
He
have.
can fix it. With some help, he should just go ask you for you to give him some money so he pays his loans. And why is he paying for his soldiers if he's not using them for anything? He's gonna start killing some nations around him, which is important because he needs those vassals. He shouldn't take land directly, he should just take vassals.
Yeah, but by just selling the titles, he can pay off his last loans. So
No, I think he shouldn't sell the titles. He's better off, I think he's just better off going to you, ask you for 50 ducats, because I think you can afford 50 ducats.
we already have a deal. I will make a 200 loan for him to build a fort in his capital, because he was extremely not amused by the speed at which it fell against the Swiss.
Oh, I see. Just help him a little bit, influence this poor guy.
Yeah, and
Be nice to your fellow HRE members.
at least
They will remember it later on.
his
Let's hop
bankruptcy
into Milan.
his bankruptcy finished. We can talk about Hess vite fait, real quick. Hess, before forgetting hit.
Oh wait, Hess is a player. Sorry, my
Yeah,
bad.
Hess is a player. He only took one province in the session. He has some money. 4.2 is not that bad for a 3 province minor. He only the privileges. That's not pretty to watch.
His privileges are fine.
No, they're not.
I think it's fine. Like what we've seen compared to others, it's better than nothing. He at least has the mana generation.
Yeah.
He doesn't have the privileges are managed very badly, but he has the mana generation, so I will let it pass.
He has a lot of alliances actually. Well, no, he has a royal marriage with Nassau. Okay, that's why he's above. He's allied with Brunswick, with Blade, and Württemberg and Lübeck. So the big HRE Hugbox is there as usual.
Yeah, so he should be fine in that way. He has a nice manpower and stuff like that. He isn't that bad at all.
No, that's B. That's a B. I mean, he could have expanded a little bit more, or
He should disinherit his hair immediately.
yeah.
Probably should have taken a national mill focus and stuff
Yeah,
like that, but
no,
yeah, let's rate him at B.
no military
It's
is problematic.
It's not completely retarded. Let's go to the Milan then.
If I was Hess, I would ask for the emperor to revoke the free city in Frankfurt so
Yeah.
I can take it. But I mean, that's his life, and I would probably say yes against some money. Milan.
He's paying off his stability. He's behind on admin tech because of the war. He's not really that behind on mana, which is fine. I think he just got the his last ruler died, so he got a new one. He's gonna generate a lot of mana soon. He's repaying his loans slowly but surely. Should probably remove all his forts. Wait, no, he's fighting the Swiss, so no.
Yeah,
never
but
mind.
the
not-
Swiss are bankrupt. They only have 4k, so it's not really a threat.
Yeah, I feel like
He went it for the mana. He had a lot of trouble giving.
That's a smart boy. I like him.
He had a good advice, let's say. He still has the negative stability because of the Ambrosian Republic disaster. The estates are not completely done, but that's okay. He secured good land. Once he gets Saluzzo and the Alps are defended from the French, he is in a nice position. Diplomatically, he is allied to Burgundy, Austria, Castile, Genoa, and Papal States.
Yeah, he's
Only
the definition
players.
of Hulkbox.
So
he's fine.
he is definitely in a good spot. The biggest threats would be Venice and France, but he has tools to fight them. the economy will get way better once the land is fully cored. So I think it's a
I
good
think
start. It's a good start.
yeah, like he has. I would call him like a nation. It's behind, but he got some unlucky, and he's putting it back together. The main issue he has, I think, is he didn't click a merchant in Genoa. He has them transferring to Genoa, but I think he would make more money if he clicked the merchant in Genoa. You know, if he put him there, I think he would be making more,
Mhm.
but not sure. It,
We can go to Genoa.
yeah,
We will
that's all
definitely
for
not
that.
do all the nations today. We have still 80 of them. Genoa is making 8 ducats a month. That's not that much. He is as well still a plutocracy. He needs to change that, especially since he has the Italian Signora open. So that would be way better, I think.
Yeah, I mean, he has the old devices.
The force limit is
Uh,
quite okay. It's 14. He's
He's compiled force. That's nice. He's not actually totally stupid.
He took Trebizond actually. His focus seems to be more around Crimea and the Black Sea than Italia proper.
The only mistake he did, he picked political dynasties. He should have took republicanism. If I'm pretty sure
Um, I'm
that's the republic. That's the metaphor republic, right?
Republicanism is the one I usually take, I think. But
Yeah, he
yeah,
should flip to noble elite, I believe,
yeah.
or maybe
I
like
quite like
no, Italian
Italian
Signoria is
story.
bad, isn't it?
Yeah, I
So he
like
should just flip to noble elite so he gets the states.
I like Italian Senora since you can do the royal marriages and stuff. But yeah,
Yeah,
that's
like I think it's okay to do the Italian Signoria, but like I think the normal republic is probably better. I never played around with them, so I can't really tell. But he should flip to something that has estates.
yeah.
Florence is a player, right?
Florence is a player. So at the moment, the trade in Genoa is dominated by Florence. More than a third is making a fair share of money. Genoa,
Uh,
Milan, and the Papal State are lagging a little bit behind. Florence made a, I think, very good start.
yeah, they have the Cosimo de Medici.
Yeah, Cosimo is still alive, which is very lucky.
Yeah,
He has shit. I did.
his estates are managed horribly. He picked the right reform. Uh, like he's not doing that badly. He has the best income. Like
Yeah,
one of the best.
his income is really nice. His force limit is decent, even though it's not the biggest. He secured very good land, all of Toscana and Bologna and Modena, which is fairly good in 13 years. So I think a good start.
Yeah, taking death in Italy is the most painful place to take death in. Like Italy is the only place where you cannot afford a coalition. Because if you get a coalition in Italy, you get coalition in the entire Europe. I'm not joking. Okay, let's hop into Rome, shall we?
Just real quick, so he's allied to Genoa and Venice, so his only potential enemies would be Milan or the Papal State, but that's
I mean, you should be able to dab on them all, whoever
yeah,
comes up.
yeah. The Pope, so the Pope took Napoli, still
That's
has
quite good.
Avignon in France, and that's it in terms of land exchange. He has
He has good estates.
7.5 ducats a month.
He's probably the best estates I've seen so far, in my opinion.
The force limit is 17, so he could take Florence one-on-one in terms of force limit, but definitely not in terms of income.
Yeah. He deleted all his forts, didn't he? No, Roma has more forts, so that's fine.
Yeah, that's good.
So yeah, he's doing fine.
He is not integrating his vassals so far. He's allied with Aragon, Genoa, and Milan, so good
I
boxing
think
as well.
his only mistake was he didn't rush Siena.
He did not take
But that could have been-
the take 3 diplomatic. He should, as well as the military one. I think he just embraced Renaissance. That's why.
Yeah, that's fine.
He has
I
a
think it's
lot
fine.
of loans. He has 8 loans. I think he took a lot of loans to embrace quickly the
Yeah, I think he can repay that.
he
should be fine
will
also.
be able to repay them, but still,
Once he cores Napoli, that's gonna make him a lot of money.
yeah.
Probably should press like once he finishes scoring, he should probably press like to get rid of the devastation.
Yeah. He took Abruzzi as well, so another province.
Oh yeah, right.
Uh,
He didn't even start scoring down yet. That's weird.
I think he just got the mana. Like it's 127, he has 154.
Yeah, right. You're probably right. At least he has a 50 PP, which is nice.
Oh, there are a lot of new. Oh yeah, the PayPal interactions for the PayPal are there. That's nice. That's from the mod, I think.
And things gonna be going crazy.
Okay, then we can go to Venice.
I'm actually really hyped for Venice because I think it should be the best nation in Europe in terms of management.
Yeah,
A lot of money.
Bob is
Some loans, fine.
definitely a very good player. He
Yeah,
always
he has the 1% interest loan, so those don't matter.
you know that he already took more loans in this game than in the previous campaign. Previous campaign with Mewar, he did not take a single loan for the whole game.
Really?
Yeah, I just that's magic to me. I don't even understand how it's possible. Tech-wise, is doing fine. Economically, is making 24 ducats, which is quite good. He he switched from the Venetian government to noble elites so that he could get the estates, which he did. He flipped to Orthodox already. He got 2 provinces from the Ottomans. He got Ragusa from an AI. He will get some land from Naples as well, and he took Ferrara. So overall, Ferrara and Mantua. So very good start from Venice. He is allied to Bohemia, myself, and Florence. So nice diplomatic position. The main threat is still the Ottomans. Milan could be a threat as well, but completely manageable if it was to come on its own. So overall, I would say an S tier nation.
Yeah, he's a S+ tier.
The only problem I see is that Bob did not read the change log and went for Orthodox because that's how he plays usually.
Yeah, yeah. He didn't change the. He didn't read that they removed the devil
But
from.
now that Orthodox is nerfed and Catholics is buffed, I mean the shift was not as important as it used to be. We can go to Serbia. I think we did everybody in Italy.
Yeah, we haven't done Austria though.
Oh
so I
yeah,
would
sorry.
prefer doing that.
Well, I think I will let you talk and point out my
Okay,
mistakes.
let me just completely flame your nation real
Okay.
quick. A lot of money in the bank,
Yeah.
losing a lot of money. That's fine. No rival set. That's
Yeah.
fair enough, I guess. You can use that for something. The estates, I mean, they're not bad, but I kinda don't like taking the monopolies in my opinion, but I understand why people take them.
I need to dev once in my gold mine, and I will do that Thursday so that I cross the 5% Cronland threshold.
Yes. This is
And my
funny.
gold
I'm
mine will
fucking
be at
blind, let's
10.
just- Oh yeah, here. Yeah, I think you developed your gold mine. Did you at least press the god?
Yeah, but
decrease?
I removed it when I was banking for the tech.
You have a lot of manpower. Well, you have a lot of horses, but you don't have a lot of manpower. That's fine. You gain 600 a month. so
Yeah,
you should be
Austria
fine.
is a little bit broken. I feel like
Yeah, it's the emperor seat. If you would lose the emperor seat, you will be just fucked. But I think you're gonna keep it, no problem.
the thing is that I am just living a death war against Switzerland. Well, death war for him, and like my money is good. My army is still decent. I think I have the biggest army in the game at the moment. Uh,
Something.
and so yeah, the empire, like the mechanics of the empire in 130 are a little bit too strong.
No, I think it's fine. You're kind of a little bit failing at the imperial authority side, but it makes sense because there's Burgundy who's fucking it up real hard for you.
Yeah, Burgundy is
There is also the
either
heretical
going
princes in the empire, cough cough, who
it will
can vanish, and the
either
second guy is probably Livonian Order, and Bohemia's gonna be third, so that's gonna fuck up your imperial authority even more.
Livonia Order is in the empire. He's a prince.
Yeah, I know. That's
Yeah.
why I said that. Like that was the only guy who came to my mind who would be fucking up the heretics.
Yeah.
That is actually a big reason why not to let Livonian Order in, because if you let them in, then you get a like big miles to the Imperial Authority. But I would understand why you put them in.
Mm.
All in all, A plus. Nothing really changed that much for us. Like you did well. Nothing too great.
The
You're
the
doing well.
the war against Switzerland was too costly to my taste. I mean, I could have played way better, I think.
Disinherit the goddamn disinherit him. Get him
Oh
the
yeah,
fuck out.
we did not do Switzerland. I think the nation is dead. Like it's
Yeah, the nation's
in
from so I
bankruptcy
didn't
and
think it was necessary to do.
12 corruption. He
Yeah,
exploited.
it's just a corpse.
He exploited everywhere.
When you're in, well, he's not in bankruptcy right now.
He is. He is. He is.
No, he isn't.
He is, and it ends in 61.
Is he?
Maybe you need to reload the save.
Oh yeah, no, he is in the bankruptcy, right?
Yeah.
I was just surprised that he had zero stability.
And he has 8 loans while being in bankruptcy. So
Yeah, he's fucked. If you have loans in bankruptcy, you're fucked. You're
yeah,
just gonna
8%
keep
interest
cycling.
is.
Yeah, this is that. No need to talk about that. Let's hop into Poland.
Hungary?
No, Poland. You didn't do Poland yet.
Okay.
And I preferred going up to the north, because I think we have to mop up the north, yeah, because we didn't do Sweden, we didn't do Muscovy.
Yep.
We didn't do Livonia, we didn't do the Teutonic Order.
So Poland.
Lithuania is that. And because there are no players on the hot, then we can move to the Ottomans, Mamluks,
yeah,
and stuff like that.
Poland made a death war against Lithuania and won. The nation is a little bit ruined still. He doesn't have manpower, only 13k.
He took a lot of land, he's scoring that land, so he's doing fine in that regard.
He should stop paying for his troops, since anyway he cannot reinforce.
No, that's one of the mistakes. Please, if you take summon the diet, never take the death fucking tax decision. Just don't. You almost always get the merchant decision to death diplo instead and get money for free. You always take that one. You never take death tax. Especially not in the early game when you actually need the admin.
Oh, I don't know that. The Zlachta has a special privilege to remove that gives 50% manpower. That's very strong.
It's a special mechanic for the Polish.
Ah, yeah.
So that's gonna help in manpower by far.
Yeah. So what he should do is consolidate 3 regiments to go back to force limit and not being above, and stop paying for the reinforcement that will.
Yeah, he should just consolidate it like straight up and just
Yeah.
go minimum army maintenance.
I don't know.
No reason
if
for
you
him.
consolidate, then you have to recruit them back later.
Yeah, but I think it's fine.
He has
Like the reinforcement is probably the same price.
He has a big religious issue though, because he conquered Orthodox land, so he will have to choose between converting everything or flipping to Orthodox. Mazovia is his vassal. He's integrating it at the moment. He gave it a lot of clay as well.
That he made a mistake. He probably could have taken the fight the heretics.
Yeah.
That gives you +5 morale if you're fighting a different religion.
Yeah.
Because Lithuania almost always flips to Orthodox day one. It's way better.
But he won, so that's
Yeah, it's fair enough. Like, he won. He's in a decent position despite the crown land and stuff like that.
He has
So,
nice mana. His heir is a bit shit though.
Yeah, it just doesn't hurt him. Oh wait.
No, it's a regency.
It's a regency. Oh.
But it's 13-year regency with a 4/4/4. That is a
I think he
conqueror.
can get. He got unlucky. Yeah, like Poland is like 8 here. He got unlucky, but still it's 8 here.
I would say B, because if he was to be attacked, like at the moment, he only has 13k and he cannot really fight.
Like, he can still take loans. How much loans has he?
He has a lot. He has 10. He can take.
And he can take another 30, so he can take another 3k money. I think he could still fight. He could still put up a fight.
He could put up a fight, but that would be hard. And if he was to do it, his nation would be.
And like, who is gonna attack him? Are you gonna? Bohemia can't attack him right now, I think, because he doesn't have claims.
Yeah, that's fair.
Like the Livonian, Brandenburg, and Hungary.
Teutons.
There's literally no one who can attack him right now,
Teutons,
so he's fine.
Teutons have a truce with a lot of nations.
Okay, let me look at the Teutons. Oh! Oh! What happened here?
Well, he was in the war. He was in the war against Poland. He was in the war against Poland, and he lost, which is never a good thing. And
I mean, he's kind of surprisingly evolved, even for losing Poland. He should reduce the. He should just ignore the tag and just press down the war exhaustion.
He has 20 loans. He is losing a lot of money.
Fucked by AI.
I think he has a deal to get relieved from that. Danzig is his vassal, so that's okay. He gave the land to Brandenburg probably because he didn't have the choice. Like he was going to lose it anyway, and he needed the money. He still is paying for the diplomatic.
He's going to have to bankrupt.
Yeah, at some point. Yeah. After the war.
He didn't take any mana privileges in the States. He just took the monopolies.
Yeah, he's.
I don't like it.
800 in debt. That's a lot.
Yeah, just get really.
Livonia order has a truce with him that ends next year. So if I was Livonia, I would.
Yeah, he'd be fucking dead, bro.
Yeah. Okay.
That's a dead nation. No point talking beyond that. Just detonation.
Livonia.
I mean, it has manpower. It has 15k troops. It has no advisors, and he can afford advisors, so that's a mistake. He has no mana generating estates. He didn't probably even seize land the whole game. He took the prestige shit in estate, the agenda to dev the fucking tax. Oh my god.
But
just stop taking that fucking decision.
He got fairly good land from Lithuania. He is allied with Poland, Brandenburg, and Muscovy, so his diplomatic situation is very good. His only enemies are Teutons and Lithuania, possibly Sweden, but probably not. So he has an expansion path. He can form Kurland as soon as he reaches the Tech 10, or he could go for the Old Gods decision. That would be fun to have a Livonian order being Norse. I would love the meme.
Okay, that would be actually fucking hilarious, because that would be a Norse or theocracy.
Yeah, I would love that. But not much more to say there. The nation is fairly well fairly well made.
Can afford advisors and he didn't. I would put him at a B. Like he
Yeah,
has future, but it should be
B,
managed better.
B, I would say.
Let's hop into Sweden that we haven't looked into yet.
Yeah. So Sweden, thanks to the hint of Denmark, is I think quite well in the game. He got he got Scanner for free, Scanland, and he will get very probably a piece of Denmark as well.
Yeah. He's bleeding so much money. At least he has the fucking.
He got lucky with the ruler. He got a 236, which is very nice to have. He is allied with Muscovy, but that's his only ally. He will need to find other friends, but his current friend is
He's
a good
fine
one.
at right now.
He used the privileges quite well, I would say. Still needs to give the diplomatic generation 1, but apart from that, it's good.
Yeah,
He is
he's-
above
he's-
force limit, and he has 10 loans for a total of 900. He's losing money, but I mean, it's a player war, so that's normal.
makes sense. I would put him at B right now.
Yeah,
He's not in a bad spot, but he's gonna after this war he's gonna have to do a lot of recovering,
yes.
and I mean a lot of recovering because those 10 loans are gonna be costly.
But then again, he's basically alone in Scandinavia now that Denmark is dead.
He should be
So-
fine. Like he's gonna be fine, but the thing is he's gonna take a long time to do so.
As long
to do
as
stuff.
Muscovy does not betray him, he's very good. Like
Yeah, and he's gonna be actually ahead in ideas in like any minute now.
yeah, with the six military king.
Plus,
it's-
he has the very balanced, Swedish ideas.
Yeah, 20% combative in ability. Day one, yes.
Definitely no bias. No. Let's take a look at the corpse of Lithuania.
Yeah. Are you sure? I was going
I'm
to
just gonna slide. Yeah, he's
Muscovy,
bankrupt. Yeah, he's just super dead.
Yeah,
Let's
so
move on. No need to talk about that.
looming
I just want to
disaster,
speak.
rebels are going to break, 5k, a little bit of manpower but no money.
It's just a corpse. Let's continue on.
Yeah, does he still have the bankruptcy? I probably, yeah,
He-
he
I think
does.
he's looming another one.
Yeah,
just
it's
Yeah, he's just fucked beyond recovery. Just
Okay.
taking a look at Muscovy right now because that's a dead boy. Muscovy is looking actually really well. He has only. Yeah, I'm just taking a look.
He has a lot of diplomatic relations. He's allied to Livonia and Sweden. So now that Lithuania is dead, his only threats are the hordes. If I remember correctly, Great Horde and Kazan are played. No, Uzbek and Great Hordes maybe.
I wasn't sure because I think they left and they maybe joined again. I don't know. But like I would say, Muscovy is in. No,
Great Horde and Uzbeks are played.
Okay, they're actually played. Well, he might get into it in the next session.
He
Because
has
that could be a big problem for him right now.
yeah, he has
No,
a
he actually is quite strong.
lot of war exhaustion because he's in the war with Denmark. He will have to
One-
deal with the rebels, but that's good. Not that many loans, only one. The economy is okay. The privileges are pretty much okay apart from the burghers.
Muscovy, two things. Please, card the Novgorod is gonna give you so much money. Secondly, if you get like only 0.20 institution spread, please don't use the fucking institution spread effort. It's not worth, I think. You should just buy it from someone who embraces it in the next 5 or 10 years. That is just wasting money. You should like the player should just get the knowledge shared instead of
Yeah.
institution spreading that little spread. Just fucking please cord the Novgorod and stuff. You have the admin mana to do
And
it. Just do it.
he's collecting there. He will finish off Novgorod once the truce is done. So
Yeah.
he's in
Yeah,
decent,
I will give him like a B.
decent
solid
spot. With Sweden being an ally and an ally that owes him a lot, is a decent diplomatic
Yeah, but
side.
the issue is, if he gets inted by the host right now, it could get ugly. Like really fucking ugly for him.
He has, yeah, he only has 13k and 9k in manpower.
And the thing
So
is, like, the
then again, Great Horde is only take 4, and Uzbek is take 5. But yeah, Uzbek could definitely 1v1 Muscovy. I think Uzbek at the moment could take Muscovy plus plus Sweden.
yeah, like Uzbek should just do it immediately because
Okay,
he's tied with everyone.
we can go to Hungary, finish the Balkans and Ottomans, and then Mamluks,
Yeah,
and then
let's do that right now.
possibly call it a day because I will have to go and finish later on.
Fair enough. Hungary, shitty estates because he didn't take any mana generation, didn't even take the Seasland stuff. He has a good hair that he's gonna have forever. Please don't make him a general so he doesn't die early. He didn't eat anything because everyone is a player around him, so he has it quite hard.
Well, he could have jumped onto Wallachia, but Moldavia did it. He could have jumped on Bosnia, but Serbia did it. He was supposed to fight in the crusade against the Ottomans, but the crusade didn't fire. So I think he played basically PvE during the whole session. His land limit.
No, he didn't fight any.
Oh
PvE.
no,
I think
he fought
against
yeah,
Lithuania.
he fought. Yeah, you're right. He fought against Poland. Oh, he has a truce with Poland and.
No, he's allied to Poland. What are you talking about?
Yeah, but he has a truce with Poland. And a
Well,
truce with Lithuania.
I don't know why. Well, because he was at war with Lithuania, so he got the truce from that.
Yeah, possibly.
It's fine, a nation. It's not great. It's not bad.
He's making quite a lot of money. He deved the gold mine, so that's good. He's making actually quite a lot. Oh yeah, luxury goods in demand in the gold mine. Oh my god.
What?
He has a modifier that gives +1 local goods produced in gold mine.
But then he should have it to 9 or 10.
Yeah,
production.
But
it shouldn't be that high.
That's
And he has
quite lucky.
flow.
Like having this kind of event. I think it's 10 years, but that's quite a lot of money.
Drop in the local development on the gold mine and pop into extra there immediately. Just do it.
Yeah.
It's gonna help him with it.
He did not convert a lot. He is so allied with Poland, but that's all. And he's quite isolated.
Solid beat here.
He has a lot of forts, very good mountain forts, so there's that.
He starts with those. He's just a normal Hungary, just a beat here, nothing really changed.
Yeah. Serbia.
Let's look at the kebab removers.
So Serbia got some of the Bosnian land. He deved a little bit the gold mine, but not enough. And Serbia is definitely not the kebab remover, since he is allied with the kebab. He is the one who made the crusade not happen, because he was supposed to be part of the crusade, and he left it to ally the kebab, which was in fact a very good choice, since the kebab is strong and shining. There are some privileges missing, but it's
yeah. He took a really shitty agenda.
Okay. Oh no, there is not the military power is missing, which is I think a really.
Yeah, he's missing quite a lot of stuff. I would give him a B. He's doing okay.
He has a level, a tier 2 admin advisor, and it's the
discounted. That's good.
It's half cost, but it's still a lot of money. And
no, it's fine. He has a gold mine. He should just leave the gold mine a little bit more, I believe.
But the production efficiency does not apply to gold, and that's
yeah. He should just press. He should just leave the gold mine.
Yeah.
In
terms of
mill
tech,
and
445, he is allied with Moldavia and the Ottomans. So there is.
Let's take a look at Moldavia.
there
None?
is a strong
Because I think like Serbia has solid beat here.
yeah, there's a strong box I think between the three of them. Like they are a nice powerhouse. Um, Serbia, real quick, has a force limit of 13 and an income of 9, so it's not a major power, but it's still able to bring something to the party. Moldavia has 10k, so a little bit less, and an income of 7, but he has not fully cored everything yet, and he could
Behind on tech, he has no estates.
he should definitely lower the autonomy in Wallachia.
He probably increased it himself. Jeez.
Yeah, he did. Yeah, he did. No, don't do
He
that.
should inherit
Never
his
increase
bad.
autonomy. Like, never increase autonomy. I know it's tempting not to have rebels, but your
Yes,
land
it
is worth nothing. Like, if you increase autonomy to 90, you just get nothing from the land. So,
Well, the only thing you get is trade,
yeah.
and his trade is kind of fucked
He-
because he's like split between.
Yeah, he is tech 3 everywhere. He didn't take a single technology, while he has a scholar. So no.
Yeah, that's fucking ironic. He didn't just inherit his doctorate. Yeah, I think that this is like a C.
Yeah, D. That's a D. I mean,
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, you're right.
he took
Let's
land,
take
but
a look at Turkey.
for nothing. So yeah, I think
He should eat Crimea, I think, right now.
at least he doesn't have.
He can't eat Crimea because he doesn't have the tech.
Yes, he cannot fight. Like he can
Yeah.
fight no one.
And he should have actually taken Ingilas from Lithuania too, so he could actually have a long border with Crimea.
Yeah.
I
Okay.
guess that would be a big thing.
Uh,
Let's take a look at the Ottomans. The sixth student of yours. Let's fucking see. Oh no.
So in terms of income, 27. That's
you-
decent.
Why would you give that guaranteed demi autonomy? Why would you give it? Why? Why are the estates so bad? Why doesn't he have any advisors?
Yes.
Why did he took a Byzantium
So-
as a vassal?
Yeah, in terms of estate management, it's not optimal at all. In terms of advisors, some are missing, while he could pay for them. The army, however, is completely decent. 40k is one of the biggest, if not the second biggest in the world.
Oh. You didn't explain combat with to him,
Yeah,
did you?
I did, but he finished a war, and I think he will adapt it.
Well, yeah, he has some loans that he can repay. He should have
Which
more
nation are you guys
advisors.
looking at?
We're just looking at
Ottomans.
Turkey, and we're gonna be ending here right now because he has to go.
Yeah, we can do the Mamluks after, and then we will do like the other part of the world.
I have to go too, so
Yeah.
I just saw.
I mean,
people. I was looking at the chats and those people in voice, so I just wanted to poke in and say hi.
yes, it makes sense. I'm gonna give the Ottomans a D. It's actually he's worse than AI.
No, I don't agree. I mean, he had a fair coalition against him, like a crusade. He managed to not die to the Crusaders, which is better than what Holo did last campaign.
Yeah, but his crusaders were actually competent, I believe.
Well, they were led by Nabis. So
Nabis is a competent player.
yeah, I'm joking, but
He should take the institution spread if he's getting knowledge shared in his capital.
yes, definitely. And so I mean, it's not the best of starts in terms of nation management, but in terms of diplomacy, he's allied with Moldavia and Serbia, which are basically his marches to the west, and he's allied with QQ, which is basically giving him a free possibility to kill Mamluks. So he doesn't have any threats to him. He will,
I would
he will
still
be
call
able-
his nation a D. it's just badly managed. Like, it's not a bad nation because it's Ottomans. It's quite hard to fuck up Ottomans, but he should have eaten Karaman and he should have done a lot more.
It did.
I am totally not coring things purely so I can rush Admin Tech 5 faster. That's totally not why my home state is stated in full core.
No, I understand your decision more like, but you're gonna get into China in like 50 years with this speed of reviewing shit. So yeah, Ottomans are horrible.
I mean, when you
Kingdom
get to
of
smaller
Deep
nations, it's pretty easy to be like, meh.
What?
I said when you get to smaller nations in terms of tier lists, it's much easier to make a decision on them because there's a lot less moving parts.
No, the issue is just he's just underperforming in every fucking manner he can as Ottomans.
I
That's why
mean,
I'm...
in nation management, I agree that it's a D, but in diplomacy, like surviving as the
Yeah,
Ottomans.
diplomacy is...
without-
He's basically hackboxing with his neighbors. There's nothing too diplomatic.
Yeah,
And
but-
if anything, that's bad because it means
That's
that
actually
it's-
bad
No,
because he should have eaten them.
When you
Like,
are
so-
facing...
Spilberk and I, in a way, we didn't make any allies. Well, I allied Taiwan, and I think we're both treating Hong Kong as neutral.
Yeah,
but what that
but
means is we naturally have enemies that we can fight against. But anyways, I have to go.
Oh, Moldavia is listening to what we said, and apparently the autonomy thingy was a misclick, which is
Oh yeah, I believe that. That can happen. That-
yeah,
yes, that
you
can-
clicked
yeah,
the
that's
wrong
fine.
column.
Let's take a look at the Mamluks, because you're not gonna change my opinion that the Ottomans are just a D, like a hard D.
I mean, killing the Byzantium and not dying to the Crusade, I think, especially in this server where every time there is a Crusade, I think it's like you need to at least acknowledge that it was a good play. Okay.
The Europe this time is just weak.
Yeah, yeah.
The only decent player in Europe is Bob and Austria, and France, and England, and maybe Aragon.
What about the rule that we were going to place the best player on smaller nations to equilibrate? Like, what?
I mean, yeah, it's fair enough. Like, you know, that's why we're gonna see. The more we go to the east, because the east is naturally more dog shit in terms of nations, the more better players we're gonna see. So it should improve eventually. Or at least I hope so.
So Kimi in the Mamluks,
Oh,
he
no,
has
no estates.
yeah, not
Action
a single estate.
fucking kills me inside. Only one advisor that kills me inside. Didn't even press the
No.
national focus on military.
No tech.
Is
Yeah,
Miltech.
he actually
Kimi,
he
do
actually
something.
actually is losing mil mana because he has 2 generals and 1 admiral. The admiral is in port doing
What the fuck are you
nothing.
doing? Why are you keeping a 1-1-3 general and losing mana for him? Get the fuck out of there immediately.
He did not take his ID group yet, but seeing that he already is late in military, I mean, he's not going to get the IDs anytime soon. He managed.
Kimi, please.
He managed to
Put in all advisors. Put in
Yeah.
at least the fucking military mana generation. Focus on military mana generation, national focuses.
Yeah.
You actually took the right mission agenda, which I fucking love you. At least you know the complete fucked up.
Yes.
But yeah.
So
You actually expanded into Arabia,
Yes.
which is kind of worthless.
well, yeah, it's dog shit land, and it's not
Go.
even easy to dev. So
Just go as the Mamluks, ally Rashids, get the
kill-
plus 10 shock damage or minus 10 shock damage. I don't know which one it is. Let me check real quick. Minus 10 shock damage received, which is basically 5 discipline early game because there's no fire damage dealt until tech 10, basically. I think. So just go there, take your free stuff in Rashids, just because he's gonna want to be befriended by you, and you can just give him those Doctor provinces.
Oh, I'm so fucking sad. I didn't know about Ethiopia. Ethiopia was played and it's being killed by AIs at the moment. Not like a little bit killed, like just destroyed.
I have to make a Spilberk's bootcamp.
So
I'm the last guy who should be teaching people how to play, but I will have to do it.
yeah, Mamluks. So basically, it's absolutely unacceptable not to have advisors at least level
Yeah.
1 when you are a great power. You just
Yeah.
always should have the advisors.
And you should always have the mill focus on.
So
Almost always.
yeah.
Especially like the only point in the game where I believe that either focus than mill focus is acceptable is if you're a colonizer and you need it, or if you
If you are a trade nation,
have the second idea group,
if you're a trade nation
focus
and
on economics,
you have
then you're fine locking in the admin focus, and you already fill out the quality or quantity ideas.
if you
Then
are like
it is-
Portugal or Hong Kong or Malaya and people are protecting you and you just bank, then you can go Diplo focus.
that's also a possibility.
But apart
So
from
yeah,
that,
I would give Mamluk a C.
or I would, yeah.
Like it's not, it's underperforming,
I would
but
even
it's
give a D.
not as
Like,
hardly underperforming as Ottomans.
I would give a D because his only ally is Tunis, and
I mean, yeah, but
he will definitely face Ottomans. Korakonlu is allied with Ottomans and Timurids, so it's not spelling good at all for Mamluks. Like Korakonlu is
yeah,
going
but
to deck him.
Pachuca still doesn't have a CV for Mamluks, so Mamluks can prepare. So he's still got a time to, prepare himself. Get the fucking buff from Rashid, start like fortifying himself, because I think Mamluks have one of the better forts in the game. Never mind, I'm wrong. Those are only drylands.
Actually,
No, actually, you should just delete the two forts. The first two forts you should just delete and defend like Al-Karak, because that's a mountain fort. And Tabuk. I think.
yes.
Wait,
Well,
no,
it's not.
they can walk. No,
He
he
can
shouldn't do that because they can walk around that into his capital.
You can put one in Tarablus al-Sham and then another one in Al-Karak. Yeah.
Well, he already has one in Al-Karak and one in Tabuk. No, he should delete the Dimashq and Halab fort, and he should get one in Sina. Because that is a big
Yeah,
cutoff,
the one
and
in
it's
Sina,
not high.
Definitely. Like he needs to.
That has to be a fort.
The one in Dimashq, even though it's dry land, it's not a bad one since it completely blocks the path.
Like those forts are not necessarily bad, but I think he
They're
doesn't
not
really need
optimal.
them.
They're not optimal.
I think he would be actually better off with those two extra ducats to build one in Sina.
And you need to put one in Medina as well. In Medina.
I mean, not really.
Yeah, it does. Like it's mountain, it blocks completely from the wasteland to the Red Sea, and it will have Hormuz and Korakonlu troops coming from there. Plus, it's paid by his vassal. So.
Oh yeah, in Medina. Yeah, you're right.
Okay, so I guess we will stop there for today. We can do the rest maybe on Friday. I think I have time.
Sounds about good. See ya.
And yeah, see ya.